common problem if you're in a climate where you have a lot of hot and cold temperatures because of the expansion and contraction of the natural woods that you're going to have. On a wall that gets hit with sun in the morning after a cold night, it's going to want to pull away. So the caulking is now split and cracked. What you have to do there is you dig out the old caulking. Once you've cleaned out all the old caulking, give a nice clean area. You're going to give it a quick bath. And here's a tip that most homeowners might not know about dealing with caulking. We all know it's a mess, and no one likes to deal with it. It gets everywhere, it gets sticky. You grab a bucket of water and a sponge and a nice wet rag. Clean, of course.
Might want to do is make what I call a spackle ghost. Ooh. Now here's how you make a spackle ghost. Take a big scoop of spackle and stick it right in the middle of a piece of your painter's plastic. Then turn it into a ghost. Twist it. Put a piece of tape right around the neck. Then take a nail and poke a little hole right in the end of it. Now this is going to dispense spackle in a way that's much easier to get into little nail holes than if you're trying to scoop it out of the bucket every time. Now for little nail holes and thumbtack holes, just take a little bit of spackle on your finger, rub it right in there, and then get it all off the surface. Now if you have a bigger hole like this, here's what you want to do. Now first thing you want to do is just take your finger and get any loose stuff off of there. Then put a good amount of spackle onto your putty knife here. Go right over like that, and then as few wipes as possible. And then you can even take your finger and kind of smooth out the wall around. Now of course you're going to want to spackle any nail holes in your trim. Now here's how you do that. First of all, take the tip of your finger, rub the hole to get any loose debris away from the edge. Then put a little bit of spackle on your finger, push it into that hole. Then put a little more on your finger and push it in again as hard as you can, and then even a little bit more and push it in one more time. And what this does is you push so much spackle into the hole that you overfill it, and when it dries it actually pushes itself back out. And that means that when you come to sand it later, you're sanding a raised edge down, which is a much better way to try to make it look smooth. If you don't put enough spackle in there, the spackle will shrink back into the hole, and you'll have a depression that you'll never be able to get rid of.
Now you're going to have a lot of these things called stress cracks, just from your house settling. What you need to do when you have a problem like this, you take your 5-in-1 and you dig out the crack. Give it a little more surface area. What you're going to want to do, just run a light skim coat of joint compound first. Scrape the excess off. You got your mesh tape out, some people call it waffle tape. It's just drywall tape. Now that you've laid out just a thin coat, it helps it stick. Now you've got to this point, a lot of people would use a razor knife to cut it. Then you're risking getting another scar or cut into the wall. Just grab your putty knife, press down hard, and pull. Clean, cut, no extras, no problems. You're going to add a little bit of joint compound on your blades. Give it a little bit of back and forth, kind of work it in. And apply. Now it's going to shrink, so don't try to go overboard and put a heavy coat on it, because then you're just going to end up with a lot of air pockets. Chances are this will have to be done at least twice. And you're going to want to go around very far out. Say if it's 1.5 inches that you're fixing, you want to bring it out about 1 foot, because we call that bridging. That way you get a smooth transition from the original wall to the patched wall back to the original wall, so you don't see a bump when the light hits that center.
Load the gap up, and I'm going to roll it on my screen, just dip it in slightly to load it up with paint, and then get my nap ready, and now I'm going to start brushing and cutting in. I'm just gonna dip my brush slightly in, about an inch into the paint. Gonna pat it on the side of the bucket. And I'll set my brush up here on the ceiling. And I'm gonna begin dragging my brush along the ceiling line, doing my cut in. And then I drag it one way, about a foot, dip the paint again, and then I bring it back and I drag it the opposite direction. And then just lay down the brush, and then I go back and then back roll it with paint from my nap. That way the stippling will match the stippling from a nap when the wall is rolled. And then I'll go back up, kind of about another foot, I'm gonna drag it one direction. And I like to drag it both directions because it'll miss some holes and stuff in the texturing. If you drag it the other direction, it'll actually fill those holes back in that got missed. Yeah. If they're still missed, I'll drag it both ways, just like that. I'll load my nap up and then roll it out. And we always like to do our cut-ins first before we roll because it'll minimize the haloing. If you roll your walls first and do your cut-ins, you'll get possibly a halo across the top of the ceiling. So it's good practice to do your cut-ins first, and then while the cut-ins are wet, then you want to take and roll them